that. Oh, it's on the Good afternoon. Thank you very much for attending today's Tenchi Kano Kami monthly ceremony. Today is it's almost 1 month before our Kami Gongpo Daijin Grand ceremony here at Whittier-Hill. So today, with hearts as one, let us give thanks to Tenchi Kano Kami-sama and our ancestors for the blessings that we receive on a daily basis. Let us begin. Hi. Chido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Please open your prayer books to page 2 for the mediation prayer. Mediation prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Ikigami Gongko Daijin sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikigami Gongko Daijin Sama. Ikigami Gongko Daijin Sama. Ikigami Gongko Daijin Sama. Ikigami Gongko Daijin Sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and the irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living, to reflect your divine will with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Please open your prayer books to page 3 for the Kami prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth. Time flows without cease. Years pass without end. In heaven and earth is a life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is a truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenchi Kane no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes. Great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Kongpo Daiji, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began a life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. Divine Parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Kongpo Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day, he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth. And he knew not the coming of night. By night, he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered. And he knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenchi Kakitsuke, the guiding principle for our daily life. Divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Ikigami Kongpo Daiji. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all the hardships of this world, through pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami. Without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far, the way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For living unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us. We are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray. So we earnestly pray. Chido Kane, please bow your heads in prayer. Tenmakumo kashikoki, Ikigami Kongpo Daijin, Tenchi Kane no Oyagami Sama no Onni-mae ni, Kongpo Kyo Whittier-Hill Kyo Kaicho, Yawa Kyoshi Sensei no kawarite, Kongpo Kyo Kyoshi, Kashikomi Kashikomi mo Mao-san, Kashiko Karedo, La Tenchi Kane no Kami hashi, Hanitoku, Tenchi ni amaneku nichi watarase tamai, no mina o ikashi, Rose no koto totonoe sase tamai, Kite mo Tenchi no aida ni sumu ningen wo kami no itoshigoto mete itsukushi ni tamaite aru wa, domo kashikoki koto no kiwami ni na. On this beautiful afternoon here at the Kongpo Church of Whittier-Hill, on behalf of your beloved children, we have joined in one heart to share our love, sincerity, and appreciation to you for the blessings, favors, and interventions we receive daily. Thank you very much for the favors you have showered upon each of the Ujiko of the Whittier-Hill Church and the New York, New Jersey gathering. We continue to receive your favor and interventions, especially in these recent times. We offer a heart of appreciation for the daily goyo of the sixth spiritual patriarch, Kyoshu Gonko-sama, and his wife, Nobuko-sensei, and his family. We pray that you will keep them healthy in order for them to continue with their goyo, and for their children to grow up to be good, industrious, and resourceful individuals to Konko Kyo and society. We thank you for our parent church, Konko Church of Fukuzaki. We are very grateful for the endless prayers and support we received from the past head minister, Reverend Hironao Ushio. We pray for his mikama that he will continue to watch over and guide not just his family, but also the ministers and believers of the Fukuzaki Church, Whittier-Hill Church, Lancaster Church, and the various children churches. We offer prayers of appreciation to the Reverend Hironori Ushio, who has accepted the responsibility of the Fukuzaki Church as its fourth head minister. We pray that his mother, Tokuko-sensei, and his family will continue to guide the Fukuzaki Church, its members, its children churches into the future. We ask that you keep him healthy so that he may perform the most sacred of goyo, Toritsu. Thank you very much for Reverend Whittier-Hill, who began sharing Kongo Daijin's teachings here in Whittier 27 years ago, and Reverend Kyoshigawa, who is the present head minister of the Whittier-Hill Church. Please watch over both of them. At present, they are with their daughter Kazuko-fan and her ohana in New Jersey. We are very grateful that Reverend Kyoshi and Kyoshigawa are getting stronger daily. We pray that they will continue to be healthy and in good spirits. Along with Kyoshi Sensei and Wakiko Sensei, we ask you please guide, nurture, and protect the Fong family, as well as to help all of them to maintain a positive disposition. Help them to keep their hearts turned to Kami-sama in order to take care and love each other. Share Konko Daijin's teachings and help the Ujiko on the East Coast through Toritsuki. We also ask you please care for Kaz and her ohana. Favor them. Through Konko Daijin, you taught us ten to jin no aida ni sumu ningen wa minna kami no ujiko. Humans living between heaven and earth are all the beloved children of Kami. This was truly important for all of us in light of what has been happening in the States. We ask you to help us to not only keep unconditional love and compassion for all in our hearts, but also to reflect it in our daily lives. Help us to be embracing and loving, kind and generous to all regardless of race, sexual orientation, size, nationality, one's skin color, gender identity, age, occupation, social status, etc. I implore of you to please use each of us to make an impact, big or small, on our communities, cities, counties, and countries. Guide us in our hearts and our actions to be embracing, loving, kind, and generous. We also pray for our Hiromai here in Whittier. Due to health concerns, our Hiromai is being watched over by both Avalon Igawa and James Ivy Daly. Avalon has been offering the first water to Kami-sama, Midama-sama, and Konko-sama daily. She prays before the altar daily. And we apologize that the power and energy of the Whittier Church has dwindled. However, it is our hope that we will re-energize ourselves and our faiths to move forward. We pray that this church will once again regain its former glory and be filled with prayers and laughter of people from all over. We pray that soon a successor will come to assist Reverends Kyoshi and Wakiko-Igawa. At this moment, we offer our hearts of appreciation for the vaccines from Pfizer-BioNTech, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson that have been approved by the CDC. We pray to continue that more people will receive both doses of the vaccines, and if they qualify, the booster shot. We pray for its effectiveness in keeping all of us healthy. We pray that with each mask worn and each vaccine given, this will be the start of a new world where people will begin to live an adapted normal life, and one where love and compassion for our brothers and sisters is part of our daily lives. We pray for the victims of tragedies, natural and human-made disasters, to recuperate materially, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Please continue to watch over all who are suffering from illness and disease. We pray for those suffering from mental and physical illnesses and disorders such as dementia, cancer, COVID-19, heart disease, etc. Your divine intervention and favor, grant these individuals a renewed life and guide them to becoming useful individuals to society. We also pray for caretakers. We pray that you will allow them to get time off for themselves. Allow them a moment of serenity and sanity, and give them the additional strength to continue loving and caring for their loved ones. As we continue working to achieve our goals in our individual lives, whether it be for our occupation, studies, relationships, and personal growth, help us to remember to enjoy the blessings we are receiving every day. And we ask for your protection and guidance with every step that we take. Please give us the strength to move forward in all aspects of our lives and help us to live a community-centered life as we are all allowed to live in the universe through your grace. We implore you to please use us as instruments of peace to make an impact big or small on our communities, cities, counties, and countries. Guide us in our hearts and our actions to be embracing, loving, kind, and generous. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, let us offer forgiveness. Where there is discord, let us build peace. Where there is error, let us find truth. Where there is doubt, let us have hope. Where there is darkness, let us be the light. Where there is sadness, let us offer joy. Help us to forge peace in your name. Peace among nations. Peace among neighbors. Peace among families. 変化太平小国成就記念総自己身の安全世界真の平和のご神が成就役に立たせていただく自己にならせてくださいますようお願い申し上げてますります。As I bring this prayer to a close, it is our prayer that we can end this year safely, as there are only 2 more months until December 31st. We pray that we can end it safely in peace and harmony, love and joy. We pray that the blessings and favor of today's service is granted and received by all here today and those who could not join us. Me ke aloha mehana, mahalo anuie, our beloved Ikigami Kongko Daiji, Tenchi no Kami. Now, please raise your heads. Chido Tomoni Haire, 4 sincere claps along with the head officiant. Please open your prayer books to page 6 for recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke. Ikigami Kongko Daijin, Tenchi Kane no Kami Isshin ni Megae Kage wa waga kokoro ni ari Bongetsu Bonnichi de Kanome. Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day. Pray. Please open your prayer books to page 7 for the Adoration Prayer. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Ikigami Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the Divine Parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami. Chido Keide, 4 sincere claps. Chido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Please open your prayer books to page 11 for prayer to the departed souls. Prayer to the departed souls. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your lives retold from generation to generation, honored as a foundation of our society and the roots of our families. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us. Chido K-Date, please bow your heads in prayer. Iwama kumo kashikoki, Enno Whittier-Hill 教会のご霊殿につきまつるご霊人様に。Starting with the Ponko family, Ushio family, and Nakabayashi family, including the late Reverend Akinobu Ponko, I respectfully call upon the following to join us today. Ponko Daijin sama no go ryoshin, the parents of Ponko Daijin, Osonpu sama, father, Juhei Kandori, Gobodo sama, mother, Shimo Kandori, Kawate Kunejiro no Mitama no Kami, Kawate Iwa no Mitama no Kami, Kandori family, Kawate family, Nishimoto family, Akazawa family, Kawakami family, Hideshima family, Otsubo family, Miyama family, Goto family, Takeda family, Tsuyuki family, Uzunoe family, Yukawa family, Igawa family, Hikekawa family, Saiki family, Matsumoto family, Kanata family, O'Farrell family, Ivy family, Sanchez family, Landeros family, Whaley family, Fong family, Ping family, Ota family, Lin family, Ayabe family, Brown family, Klaus family, Fujimoto family, Furuya family, Matsui family, Miyagawa family, Moriwaki family, Karakawa family, Kitaka family, Nakayama family, Nishi family, Omura family, Kagami family, Taniguchi family, Tepnappa family, Urata family, Yamamoto family, Yamauchi family, Yasutake family. At this time, we honor those who have passed away in the month of October. Reverend Fusayama, Reverend Koki Shimizu, Sueno Hikekawa, Hiroshi Kotsu, Matsue Nakamura, Hiroshi Shikuma, Palm Tsuneo Kiyomura, Kazuko Fukazawa, Peter Okada, Minoru Fujita, Kori Ota, Yuriko Aroyo. Please receive the offerings placed before you as simple tokens of our appreciation, as well as our hearts and prayers of love, appreciation, and sincerity. Please continue to watch over, guide, and protect all of us. Kamada suki kakete inorana yo yono ya, oya no miyoya no kami no chihai yo. Kamada suki kakete inorana yo yono ya, ano miyoya no kami no chihai yo. Now, please raise your heads. Chido Tomoni Haide, 4 sincere claps along with the head officiant. Please open your prayer books to page 14 for the ancestral prayer. Dear Mitama spirits, everlasting and integral part of the divine parent of the universe, we pray that the Mitama of our ancestors and family, as well as the Mitama of all people, are at eternal peace and happiness. To you who have gone before us, we give thanks wholeheartedly for paving the way through hardships and self-sacrifice, in order that we who are here today can receive all the benefits of your endeavors. To you, our ancestral spirits, we gratefully acknowledge the protection and guidance which you have bestowed upon us. We pray that you continue to protect and guide us throughout our daily lives. We pray that we realize and develop your divine virtue this and every day. Jido Haide, 4 sincere claps. Ooh. Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending today virtually. I'm really grateful that all of you are attending today's service. And Miko, wonderful. I'm so excited. So that's so exciting that you have been doing this and just have to continue doing it forever. You know, it's part of your daily faith practice. I think that's wonderful. This afternoon, you know, gosh, this has been such a busy weekend. But one of the things I wanted to talk about today was about in preparation for the Whittier-Hill Church's Ikamiko Kodaijin Grand Ceremony. And we need to understand that twice a year in Konkokyo we have 2 grand ceremonies. One is in the spring, which is to Tenchi Kanokami, and one is to Kyosu-sama, our founder, Ikamiko Kodaijin-sama. And the importance of this actually comes with something that Wakiko-sensei told me before I left for San Diego. Before they were going to drive me to San Diego, she told me, "元を大切にしなさい。元を大切にしないとおかげをいただけませんよ." In other words, you have to honor and revere and remember your foundations. For if you don't, you cannot receive okage or divine favor. And I really believe that to be so true. You know, Wakiko-sensei is someone who has a hard time not forgetting her foundation. She's always going back to her foundation. And her foundations go back to her parent church at the Gongo Church of Fukuzaki. And I think that's so admirable that she remembers this. But this Ikiyami Gongo Daiji-sama takes us back to the very root of our faith. Very root, to the person who decided, I'm going to listen to this voice. I'm going to listen to this Kami-sama. I'm going to listen and help people. And even through the various things that Kyoso-sama or her founder went through, and you got to admit, some of it is a little crazy. I'll admit it's a little crazy. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. If he had not decided, if he had not accepted the divine directive or the Rikkyo Shinnen, there would be no Konkokyo. Without Kyoso-sama or our founder, there would not be the Fukuzaki Church. There would not be the Kobe Church. There would not be the, I can't remember what as after Kobe, but the Namba Church. And there would not be the Osaka Church. And there would not be headquarters. And there would not be anything. There would not be an Igawa Wakiko. There would not be an Igawa Kikekawa I'm sorry, a Kikikawa Wakiko. There would not be an Igawa Kyoshi. Well, there would be an Igawa Kyoshi, but there wouldn't be a Miko Igawa. There wouldn't be a Kyoshi Igawa Jr. There wouldn't be a Kazuko Igawa. No one would exist. There would not be a Yoshiko Ota. There would be a Toshio Ota, but there wouldn't be a Yoshiko Ota. There would not be a Masaharu Kikikawa. These people would be non-existent. Wakiko Sensei always tells the story. Granted, I got tired of listening to this story, but when I think about this Ikigami Konko Daijin Grand Ceremony next year, I cannot help but to think we have to include this as part of the base of this church. That if it wasn't for her mother going to Magari Church, and then being introduced to the Fukuzaki Church, and then wanting children, and while she was at headquarters, she sought the third Konko-sama's mediation, and miraculously, no matter how hard she and her husband had tried, they couldn't have children, but miraculously, while visiting home headquarters, while staying at, I can't remember the name of the ryokan, the inn that they were at, she finds out she's pregnant. I believe all of these things happen for a reason. And today, because of Kyoso Ikigami Konko Daijin-sama, we have Wakiko Sensei. We have Miko Igawa. We have, Miko Sanchez. Sorry, Miko Sanchez. Good thing you hyphenate your name. We have Kyoshi Igawa. We have Kaz Igawa. We have Richard Sanchez. We have Edward Sanchez. We have Catherine Sanchez. We have Avalon Igawa. We have Dennis Igawa June the third. We have Skylar. We have Michio. We have all of you because of Ikigami Konko Daijin-sama. Because Wakiko Sensei's mother decided to found this faith. We have Yuichi Ota. We have Mako Lim. We have Nobuko Kikigawa. We have Masako Kikigawa. We have all of these people because of Ikigami Konko Daijin-sama. And because of this faith, because of Wakiko Sensei's mother, her devoutness to Tenchi Kano Kami-sama, we are here. I have to admit, I don't know if I would be here if Wakiko Sensei's mother had not become a Konkokyo member, had not gone to the Magari Church. I don't think I would be here myself. And I think, Miko, you could attest to that as well. You probably would say, nope, I don't think you'd be here either. We need to honor and respect our foundation. And I think the more that we honor and respect our foundation, the more we will continue, our faith will continue, the more we will be able to see and recognize the blessings and favors and interventions in our everyday lives. And so I ask you today to take this time to reflect, to take this time to really think about your foundation. Why is it that you are here today? Please take that time. And I hope that you will consider attending the Ikigami Konko Daijin Grand Ceremony or doing goyo for the Ikigami Konko Daijin Grand Ceremony for next month here at the Whittier-Roses Church. I truly hope that this message is heard by everyone because there's so many people who are affected by Wakiko Sensei's mediation, who, when they sought her toritsugi, miraculous things happened. Miraculous things have happened. I have seen it. I know Miko has seen it. I know Kaz has seen it. All of us have seen it. I ask you, please reflect and ask yourself, what can I do to give thanks, not just to Wakiko Sensei, who started this, her official missionary work 27 years ago. What can I do to say thank you to her? What can I do to say thank you to Ikigami Konko Daijin-sama?
So with that, please know that our Ikami Gogo Daijin Grand Ceremony here at the Whittier Rose Hills Church will be on November 14th at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock. It's a Sunday. It was supposed to be on a Saturday, but we moved it to a Sunday so that I could be here. And I'm very grateful for that opportunity. So thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing all of you and your beautiful faces on that day. So please take care. Please stay safe. Ahui ho, ma lama pono.